internet. It is Saturday the 23rd of July 2016. We're down here at the Greyhound bus terminal in Seattle. Our time in Seattle has come to an end. We're taking a Greyhound bus back to Vancouver and we're going to catch up with someone that you've not seen before, a guy called David Archer. He's also a YouTuber and I'll put a little bit of his YouTube thing about there somewhere. So you should check him out. David Archer's kindly let us stay with him for the evening. So we're taking a 4-hour bus ride from Seattle to Vancouver across international borders. The plan is to rent a car on the next day and then we're going to commence our trip through the Rockies in Canada. Right now we're waiting for a Greyhound. I've never taken a Greyhound bus before. This is my first Greyhound experience. Everything so far, fine. Have you ever taken a Greyhound bus before?
Yeah, numerous times, but not for a while. I did this one in reverse many years ago. It doesn't mean it drove backwards. It just meant I came from Vancouver to Seattle.
That was going to be my question. Did the bus go backwards in reverse? That wouldn't make any sense at all.
That would have been dangerous.
And illegal.
Also, we're doing at 8:55 into Vancouver.
So the bus ride from Seattle to Vancouver, about 4 and a bit hours, maybe more like 5, give and take some stops. Everything's great. Great seat, air conditioning, Wi-Fi, fine. And I spoke too soon. The Wi-Fi on this bus is unusable. I can't even load a page. Don't let that sway you for purchasing a ticket on Greyhound. Wi-Fi, you can't use it. It's not doing a thing. And I did try the other one, the Badu free Wi-Fi. I tried both networks, both the same, unusable. First thing you see on a Greyhound website is Wi-Fi. All right, Wi-Fi. Can't use it. Why advertise it? I had plans of booking a rental car for Vancouver on this bus, 4 hours. It's not gonna happen. It's not possible. That's lousy. So we're now back in Vancouver. We're in Coquitlam. Greyhound, not gonna get a good rap from me actually. Wi-Fi was absolutely rubbish, freezing cold, and the dude drove super slow.
He drove really slow on this side of the border for some reason.
Yeah, maybe he thought it was still miles per hour, but yeah, I don't know. I wouldn't recommend Greyhound.
Hello?
David, Spennin.
Hey.
Hey man.
I'll be right down.
Okay, see you in a sec. Hey man. How are you?
Good.
Oh, we're doing that.
Yeah,
we did that. How you going?
Good.
It's the guy I was talking about before. We turned up at the right time. David's just made some chili, and we're gonna have food. Fantastic. Thanks, man.
This is the weird side of it because I'm not in control of the camera. I've only done it from the other side before.
This looks lovely, David. Thank you again, man.
Yeah, no problem.
I'm gonna just keep saying thank you. Oh yeah. Have a look at this beautiful view, and I'm not meaning this, I mean this. This man. Canadian hospitality, huh? And have a look at the view as well. Very thankful. Thank you, man.
Yeah, no problem.
Really nice of you. You gotta come to Australia so I can make you breakfast.
Yeah, all right. Do you take coffee?
I'll take
cream or
yeah, I'll take
milk
cream.
and sugar.
Yeah, or milk, whatever.
Yeah, there's maple syrup over here if you got those.
Now the next stage of our trip comes to fruition. We're about to rent a car from Enterprise. We're back. Actually, we're not downtown. We've just off Granville Island. Got a rental for last name Curbsh.
And you have your driver's license and credit card with you,
Yeah,
buddy?
got both of those. You just need one or two? You're gonna need the credit card eventually.
Yeah.
This is our vehicle for the next 10 days. I would make a few little tips to you if you're gonna hire a vehicle from Vancouver. Tip number 1, do not hire it from the airport because you not only pay for the car, but you pay for a 17.5% airport loading tax. So that's why we chose a downtown location. Technically not downtown, but anywhere away from the airport. Second tip, buy your own GPS. We had to rent a GPS, $12 a day. I mean, I could have bought one for 80 bucks somewhere up on Granville Street, then sold it at the end. Can't travel without one though, so you need one. Buy it earlier and then flog it off. Where are we gonna go? Look at this humness. This GPS is not going to stay there.
How about I hold it while you're...
While I drive. We don't have a plan. We're just going to go wherever we want. First place we want to go, we're going to head south back down to almost to the border of America. 665 k's to Nelson. We're not going to get there. We're just going to head that way. Let's go.
The dark side. It's three times 2 different bottles of Yukon brewing, all of them over 6%.
We just pulled in. What town are we in?
Princeton.
Princeton.
Make a sharp left turn.
No, Princeton. This is where we're going to stay for the first night on our road trip. Look where we're staying though.
Right here. Right on.
We're at the Riverside Motel in Princeton. Cabin 8 if you're playing along at home. Wow.
Man, that's quite nice.
Don't hit your head. And with a name like Riverside, not surprisingly, this motel, no, hotel, no, what do you call this cabin?
Cabin?
These cabins are beside a river. Let's go for a swim. While we're sitting here in Princeton having a couple of beers by this, I'm going to call it the Princeton River, I just thought it'd be a great opportunity to first of all say thank you to, well, I'm going to say thank you to YouTube. I don't know YouTube on a personal basis aside from doing this and putting it on there, but I'm thanking them, or you. Thank you, YouTube. I'm just thankful for the opportunity to meet other like-minded people. I mean, social networking is great and there's plenty of social networks out there. And I'll be honest, I've not really used much of YouTube in the past aside from checking out fails and cat videos. But now that I'm actually contributing to the creative space and having met other YouTubers, it's fast become my favorite of the socials. In fact, I find myself going on there before I go on Facebook now just to see who's commented and how I can comment back and interact. Where this is all heading is I want to say thank you to Jamie Francis first up, because he's top bloke and he came and visited us on Spider Springs up at Vancouver Island. And now I want to thank also to David Archer, because this guy, we hadn't even really spoken much before I came to Canada, and he's given such a great amount of hospitality and like, I don't want to get really wanky about it, but it's just super cool to make the connection with someone who's doing the similar kind of stuff, and then to physically meet that person and find out that they're not a dick and everything's cool. That's great, and that wouldn't happen without YouTube, so that's what I'm getting at. I'm super thankful to be a part of YouTube, and yeah. There's a couple of deer hanging out over there. There's been wild ducks flanging up and down this little creek, and we're in Canada. It's great. You seen deer in the wild before, Truck?
I've seen deer in the Royal National Park, just south of Sydney. Heaps of them came out at night when Tom and we were camping down there.
I've been there many times and I've never seen a deer, but I've seen the sign saying deer. This is nothing. These locals would be just laughing at us filming this, but
I'm laughing at us.
Yeah, we're laughing at ourselves. I tell you what though, it might not be so crazy to see deer in the wild, but I'll tell you one animal that we haven't seen in the wild anywhere in Australia, and not even in a zoo I've not seen it, an armadillo. And now Claudia, if you're watching, Claudia's my niece, if you're playing at home and you didn't know who Claudia was. You always talk about armadillos. Well, just up here next to our riverside cabins, there's a little armadillo nest. And the owner of the cabins has said they come out at night to forage down onto the water. So we're gonna go and catch them tonight just for you. Oh, that's we're out of time. Hey, thanks a lot for checking out Gives a Minute, my YouTube channel, the one you just watched. If you liked it, perhaps you'd like to check out the previous minute, a random minute, or even the very first minute. And if you're feeling generous, do me a solid, subscribe. If you're a photographer, you might want to check out my Lightroom 6 presets and all the other social crap. That was a long pause. See ya.